Leah McCourt, thank you so much for joining me. How's everything out there today?
Yeah, all good. This in sunny Belfast. It's sunny at the minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm over here in Edinburgh and we actually got some sun for the first time in like
Oh,
months.
nice. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Hey, and congratulations on the win over Sarah McMahon. That's a big
Thank
one,
you.
a good feather in the cap. How did it feel after that?
Yeah, it was a bit surreal. Like obviously as part of Bellator 300, the whole event, like they had like MMA superstars there. It was like a huge win for me. I had like laryngitis. I was really ill that week and I didn't even know if I was going to make it to fight night and I did. I was just proud of myself. I knew I had to get it over and done with early. And she's so tough and I just yeah, it was a big win.
Oh yeah, Sarah McMahon's been around forever. Like she's such a legend. But I'm so sorry to hear about the injury. This is the timing is just terrible, right? I'm really sorry
Yeah.
about this.
Totally. It's like been devastating. Obviously, Bellator are coming to Belfast. I think I'm a big part of why they're coming to Belfast. But
Yeah.
every cloud has its silver lining. I'm gonna be working as doing commentary on Fight Night with Dan Hardy and Sean. So I'll still be there supporting and seeing everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough one. And so, do you get more nerves from fighting or from doing broadcast work?
Yeah, the broadcast is definitely nerve-wracking,
Definitely.
but probably is fighting. I do get nervous.
No, you handled it. I watched your fight live on the MVP card. That was a London one. I think you beat
Oh
Braga on
yeah.
that one. That was an electric show. That was such a good show. The crowd was all
Such
over
a
that.
great show. Yeah, that was I loved that fight night. I was, being co-main event in Wembley. Like what a experience. Yeah, Bellator have definitely given me some great opportunities, and I've loved every minute of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we'll get to the fight card in a minute, but I just want to hear like Bellator has been so supportive of Irish MMA. It's just
hmm
been great. So what is the PFL and Bellator doing with Irish MMA going forward?
well, you can see they're doing two shows. They're doing Belfast and Dublin this year. They've definitely got on board us in here and given us opportunities to fight and big platforms and to took us around the world. I fought in New York, San Diego, LA. Like it's just been like definitely amazing. The dream come true.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Bellator's been absolutely awesome. And now coming up on the Bellator Championship Series here on March 22nd, we might actually see history. And I can't believe this that Karl Moore might be the first Irish champion in the organization's history. I just can't believe it that there hasn't been one before, you know?
Yeah, but like Carl, like I've trained with him when the very first day I walked into MMA, Carl was there. We both trained in Belfast together. He's always been such a special talent. To see him get his moment, to see his get his platform to shine, it's so exciting, and I think he deserves it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's tough as nails, super talented, can finish with people with his hands or with submission. Now he's gonna be fighting for the vacant title against Corey Anderson, and he's a huge underdog. But I feel like people don't know who he is if he's that much of an
Yeah,
underdog, right?
yeah, they don't know, but they soon will. I think they'll be in for a shock when they see Carl. He's such a talented striker, so light on his feet, so elusive, and his wrestling jiu-jitsu has always been, world class. So I think that they'll be in for a shock.
Oh man, absolutely. It's going to be absolutely electric in there. And there's no better audience in sports than the Irish crowd, correct?
Yeah, totally. And obviously we're in Belfast. We've had like big boxing fight nights here, McCotton and Carl Frampton, and now we have such a huge night for MMA. I think that the MMA fans are in for a treat. The Bellator team have put on a fantastic card from top to bottom, so it's going to be great to go and to witness it. I'm excited to see it
Oh,
live as a fan. I'm a big fight fan, so I can't wait.
so have you taken in some broadcast advice from other people? I know that you've done the one-on-one interviews and have done a tremendous job with that, but like keeping the energy up for like 6 hours on the broadcast, I can't imagine this. So what's the game plan here?
Well, it's like every weekend I sit and watch fights to talk about it with my friends, so it's just gonna be doing the same, but you're doing it obviously with the best in the world, Dan Hardy and Sean. So I'm just looking forward to it and just representing Belfast. I think it's gonna be great.
Oh, cannot wait for it. And was it true that you went into a parent-teacher meeting with a black eye? Is that a true story?
Probably, and I also whenever that fight in Wembley, I was cutting weight doing parent teacher interviews on the phone.
No, you.
To
Oh my God.
Yeah, like literally had a sweatsuit on. I was cutting weight. I was about to do media day, and I was literally doing Isabella's parent teacher interviews.
This is so funny.
I know,
Oh,
crazy.
it's just crazy. What a life. So what advice if there are new parents out there, what advice would you pass on to them?
Um, I don't know. I feel like my daughter is like my best friend, and I'm like blessed by how she treats people. You know, I always say it doesn't matter what she achieves, what her grades are. It's like I care about how she acts, how her manners are, how she treats other people, and her attitude. I think that's a lot more important than pushing grades, pushing sports, pushing any kind of accolades on them.
Trying your best may be more important than the results. Is that the right message?
Yeah, trying best,
Yeah.
but just like how she is as a person, like as a human being, and her
Mm.
characteristics is like how she treats people is more important to me than any kind of achievements.
Oh, I love that. I think that's really, really great here. And when you were getting into MMA originally, who were some of the fighters that really inspired you to push yourself?
I've always loved watching. Obviously, at the start, Ronda Rousey. I think she
Of
was just
course.
started, and whenever I was starting, I loved her. You know, she has a judo background. I have a judo background. Then there was Joanna, Jujicic. She's one of my favorite fighters. All the Diaz brothers, George St. Pierre. Just watching it like back in the old days, all the old fights. I think, yeah.
So now there are people, young girls growing up watching you in the same way that they watched Ronda or the Diaz brothers. What advice would you pass on to these people who are getting into the sport largely inspired by you?
Yeah, you just have to like if you are wanting to be a fighter, you have to sacrifice so much. You have to dedicate so many hours and work harder than anybody else, and keep showing up no matter how much you get beat up in the gym, no matter how many times you cry after sparring. If you just keep
Yeah.
showing up, that you'll make it.
Oh, it's not easy, and it's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, going from wins and losses. Like Meatball Molly McCann, I know that you're close friends with her. Like highest highs, lowest lows, right?
Yeah, totally. And it's just like you just have to accept it. You know, that to be a champion, you have to be a good loser. You have to take them on the chin, ignore all the shit people say about you and the trolls online and the negativity, and just keep working hard, and just listen to your circle, listen to the people in the gym. They're the people that you take your advice from and get your opinions from.
No, like I love the sport of MMA, but listening to the fans, especially on Instagram comments or Twitter comments, makes me think like I'm in the wrong sport. These people are idiots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know at times, but I'm lucky that I do not care. I've never cared about any comments, social media. Like I don't genuinely, I've never even looked or care. So, definitely don't like who are these losers that are going to write like who I don't know one human being in my life that would write a negative comment on social media. So you just have to take it with a pinch of salt.
No, it's tough. It's tough out there, and you got to have a thick skin, and you're getting through it. And I absolutely love to hear it. But when the recovery, when can we expect to see you back? Hopefully this year.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'm looking at summertime. Like I've got an amazing physio team, rehab team. We're starting rehab next week. Yeah, hopefully I'll be back fighting around the summertime.
Oh, I cannot wait. And I'm excited to see you on the broadcast here alongside
Thank you.
legendary Dan Hardy. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to be a good energy. Tell us a little bit more. We got two title fights coming up here on March 22nd from Belfast.
Yep, two amazing title fights. Then you've got obviously Fabian Edwards, great fight with Aaron Jeffries. Love that fight. Pitbull's fighting, um, the always exciting Jeremy Stevens. James Gallagher's back in Belfast, and then another like a fighter I always love to watch is Luke Trainer. He's down in the prelims, but he is like unbelievable. I love from top to bottom every fight is so exciting. I think that's what you know as a fan I'm looking forward to being there and getting the best seat in the house.
That's the thing. I was looking at that fight as well. Tofik Masayev and Alfie Davis looks really good. Aaron Jeffrey, Fabian Edwards, just like you were saying. Nathan Kelly is back on it. Like it's some bangers up and down the card, right?
Yeah, such a great fight card for Belfast.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Grant Neal's there. Okay, awesome stuff. Leah, last word goes to you. So I'm going to put up the links for everything down below, including the tickets, including your social media. But last word goes to you. Talk us on out of here. Shout out who you need to shout out. Thank who you need to thank. All that good, good stuff.
Yep, just shout out my sponsors, Monster Everlast. Everybody tune in to Bellator Belfast next week. And if you haven't got tickets, make sure you get tickets and experience the best crowd in MMA.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks so much for your time, eh?
Thank you. Bye.